Hey guys, this is Tyler from Breathe Degrees. Thanks for joining. So I'm going to be going through a brief tutorial on how to breathe for this particular session that you're going to be going through today. I want to start by saying if you are either pregnant or if you have a history of seizures, unfortunately you're going to have to sit this style of breathing out. We do have other styles of breath work that would be more appropriate for you. So you can look at our Instagram, and I would love for you to try some of those other sessions. The other thing that I want to mention is please never do this style of breath work in water or behind a vehicle. There is a mild, really slight possibility you could pass out, and we don't want you passing out driving or in water. All right, so this style of breath work is very unique because we're going to be taking our breath in through the mouth and then exhaling also through the mouth. So I want you to really think about this style of breath work as almost being like a HIIT training for your respiratory system. Not just the lungs themselves, but also the muscles that surround your rib cage. We now know that there is an extraordinary amount of information that will actually state scientifically that your longevity or your capacity to live a long, healthy life is based on your total lung capacity. So we're really exercising the muscles and the structures of respiration. So we want to make them as big, loose, and flexible as possible. And so the breath, when you take a deep breath in through your mouth, you're going to be pursing your lips, almost like you're breathing through a straw, going in for a kiss, or whistling. So you're putting your lips together like this, and you're taking a deep breath in. This is what it sounds like. When you exhale, you heard how I sounded when I exhaled. You're not pushing or forcing any air out. You're just really letting whatever naturally wants to come out, come out. So again. So that's the sound of the breath. I really like the idea of doing this breath work when you're laying down. You're really more relaxed and you're going to be able to drift off and only concentrate on the breath when you're in a really relaxed position. Laying down is really the best way, in my belief. This breath work that we do is extraordinarily experiential. You're going to be stimulating a bunch of stuff in your body, not just physiologically, but neurochemically. And so I want you to just be able to be a passenger. Listen to my prompts, and I will take you there. I will guide you through every single breath. And so I really want you to just pay attention to myself, listen to the music, and how deep you're breathing, and let the body do the rest. Okay? So to set yourself up, a couple things before we start. Because we're breathing through your mouth, it's very common for your lips to get a little dry, so put on a little chapstick before you start. It makes it a little bit more comfortable. Number two, as I said before, I really want you to be able to go deep within yourself, and music is a very, very important part of our protocol. So use a good set of headphones and play it loud, okay? Number three, an eye mask. The eye mask is really there just to allow yourself to block out all the other sensory input, to allow you to just focus only in on the breath. Number four, a blanket. Sometimes you get a little chilly when you breathe. Have a blanket, use a blanket when you're breathing, and if it gets too warm, you can always kick it off. And the last thing is just a pillow for underneath your knees, to bend your knees, to flatten your back so your back doesn't get uncomfortable. It allows actually your diaphragm to be able to function a little bit more appropriately too, okay? So you're gonna lay down on your back, palms facing up, a little pillow. So here we go. This is the breath. You're laying on your back, completely relaxed, letting every muscle in your body untangle or unwind, okay? So we're gonna start, there's two different styles of breath. There's belly breath and chest breath, and then there's both. So a belly breath, what is a belly breath? Belly breath is just diaphragmatic breathing. So when you breathe through your belly, you're actually engaging your diaphragm. Your diaphragm is a big muscle that follows the course of the rib cage, okay? And it's shaped like an unhappy face when it's relaxed. And when we do a diaphragmatic contraction, I'm pushing lightly out this way and then down. You're making a little pot belly. And so now what happens is that diaphragm takes on the position of like a smiley face. And what that does is it allows the lower lobes of your lungs to drop fully and completely into your belly. Okay? So that's a diaphragmatic contraction. So when we breathe in through our mouth and we just do a belly, I have to actually just do lightly pushing down and out as I'm sequentially taking that breath in. So this is what it looks like. Letting the lungs do the work, no muscles contracted. Now when I do a chest breath, the chest breath looks like this. Full inspiration, full expansion of my rib cage, not just horizontally, but also vertically. Exhaling, letting whatever wants to come out. And when I put them both together, it looks like this. So you can see the size that my body gets. The more oxygen we take in, the more powerful the breath becomes. So again, guys, this is an exercise. So recognize you're exercising. I don't expect it to be perfect. The reality is I just want you to understand where it comes from. If you're taking the biggest breaths you can, that's going to be just plenty. So I'm going to take you through 5 rounds of breathing. Each round is 40 breaths. Okay? Don't count. I promise I've got you. So at the end, I'm going to count down for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to get you to take your last deep breath in. And then I'm going to say exhale, let everything out. And then you're going to hold at the bottom. You're going to hold at the bottom. You don't need to breathe. Your body is fully 100% saturated with oxygen. It's actually your arterial system. The oxygen is really, in essence, engorging your arterial system. And in order for that oxygen to go from your blood supply into your tissues, you need CO2. So as you do your breath hold, you're going to feel very comfortable in this breath hold, and the CO2 is going to start to rise. And as it does, it's going to take that oxygen and pull it into the tissue. So you are going to be feeling like you're breathing without breath, which is a really cool thing. So you're going to hold as long as you can until I tell you to take a deep breath in. If you can't hold that long, you guys, there's no ego with this. Take a breath, a little tiny sip, and continue to hold until I tell you when. Again, it's a practice. You'll get better with your breath retentions as you go. And then, when I do tell you to take a deep breath, you're going to take one deep breath in. You're going to hold at the top, and then you're going to squeeze, which means tighten your core. Tighten your glutes, you can tighten your quads if you want, and you're going to push all the blood from the center of your body all the way to the top of the head. I don't want you squeezing from here up. I want you squeezing from here all the way up. You're going to hold like this, and then I'm going to say release. You're going to be squeezing for about 15 or 20 seconds, and then you're going to find your breath in between rounds. Okay? Then I'm going to take you into the next round. So again, 5 rounds of breath, 40 breaths per round. Every round of breath, we are going to take our last deep breath in, and then I'm going to tell you to exhale everything. You're going to hold your breath. It's called intermittent hypoxia. It is wonderful for your body. In fact, they just won a Nobel Prize on the effects of intermittent hypoxia in terms of health benefits. So that is a huge, huge, huge thing. It's a big part of our process. And then you're going to, after you hold, I'm going to get you to take a deep breath in. You're going to hold at the top, squeeze, tighten everything. Then you're going to release, find your breath in between rounds. And we're going to do that 5 times. At the end, that is your meditation. That's your place just to be. This is dynamic meditation, guys. Our breath can take us there. Not only are we providing this enormous amount of nutrition and circulation of oxygen and CO2 in and out of your body, but we're allowed to create these neural changes which allow us to go deep into this meditative state, which is brilliant. Meditation is a beautiful practice, but this allows you to get there each and every single time. And so a couple sensations that I expect you to feel. I expect you to feel during the course of the breathing. Initially, when we start breathing, you're gonna feel a little lightheaded. It's normal, it'll pass. The second thing you'll feel is probably a little bit of tingling in your fingers, or tingling through your entire arms, or maybe throughout your entire body, your face. It's called acute respiratory alkalosis. It's really good. It means your blood chemistry is rising. A lot of people pay a lot of money for alkaline foods. This is just breathing that does it. So please feel comfortable with the tingling. You'll feel vibrations. You might get visuals. You might get emotional. All these things are completely 100% normal. Just rest into them. If your respiratory alkalosis becomes very significant, it's very possible for your hands to cramp up like this. If this is uncomfortable for you, slow it down a bit. But if not, then cruise with it. It's good. It's a good feeling. All of these things will remiss during your end, which is really in essence your meditation. So really stay until the music ends, guys. So thankful that you guys joined us. Really excited to take you through the practice. You guys, larger lungs equals larger life. We are changing the world one breath at a time. Please get on the breathing wave. Ride this wave with us. Tell friends, tell family. I'm going to tell you, this is the next level of not just performance, but also really reducing anxiety, reducing stress, feeling you. So look forward to seeing you guys on the other side. Have a good one. Bye now.